Hello, Gary Champion, psychic medium once again. I'm sitting here writing on a book as I usually am in the morning, and someone said, "What we need are fewer heroes." I wrote it down. And I thought that doesn't make any sense, and dropped that and went back to writing and research, and then it came back. What we need are fewer heroes. I thought, well, now that I think of it, that's a pretty clever idea. What we do is we pick people who we consider to be heroes and we emulate who they are, which sort of stops us from creating our own sense of style, and imagination goes out the window. Well, we don't need to think of anything to do. We can just follow this guy, which is like the lemmings going off the cliff. What is it? The plays the flute and the rats go off and I forget what that story is. That seems apropos. How could it seem apropos if I don't remember it? Well, the Pied Piper of Hamelin. That's what it is. See, I told you it was apropos. He plays the flute and gets rid of the rats and gets his money. Pied Piper of Hamelin. When he didn't get paid, he piped their kids out of town, being held hostage by bad flute playing. That's called a digression. My mind just sort of, a stream of consciousness. One thing pops out and it continues like that all day long. Must be maddening for someone to live with. Not me, I'm used to it. Anyway, by emulating those we assume to be heroes because they're doing something you want to do, yeah, it can motivate you to go out and do things. You see a boxer, you want to emulate that boxer, and many people did. Muhammad Ali, who was actually the greatest. There's nobody any better than him. He was a Louisville lip. He could talk a good story, but he could back it up. So, and many people went into boxing. Most of them failed. Occasionally one came out that was good. I get named Sugar Ray Leonard, emulated Muhammad Ali, had much the same boxing style, different weight class. How do I know so much about boxing? But it curbs our own finding of who we are as a person. Looking to others, say, gee, I like that. I could do. Now, I have said often that I didn't know I could do this for a living till I saw John Edward on television. He had that little television show. And I just was watching it one night. I said, okay, this is pretty good stuff here. I can do that. Why? Because I'd done it my whole life. I already knew that I had that within me. I wasn't trying to emulate what he was doing. I never have done that. But I didn't know it could be done for a living. I was doing other things with it. And saw his little show and said, I could do that, and went out the next day. The very next day, and booked a show to do, went out and did the show, and it was perfect. Every show since then has been perfect. Couldn't have done a better job, but I already had it within me. Wasn't developing a sense of style or grace or understanding or technique. Was innate in me. All mediums have their own technique that's singular to them. Although some of them look the same, the how we acquire information is similar, but not always the same. How we interpret it, it's similar, but not always the same. So I got my marching orders to go out and do it by seeing that it could be done. I've never emulated another medium that I'm aware of. I don't watch the television shows. I did watch that one, but I haven't watched one really since. I think Von Prague had a show for about a couple of months that I thought was pretty good, and it was misunderstood. It was misunderstood, even by the people that were his host. That lady, she didn't get any of it. I can tell you, not even I'm not going to, but she didn't get any of it. She was completely ignorant of what he was doing, which is a bad idea to have someone who introduces you not understand what you're doing. And I'm going to say John Edwards said that too, that people on his staff that were supposedly working with him didn't have a clue. Yet explain it as many times as you can. You can't make something understandable that basically isn't. Anyway, look inside yourself, which is, and then I wrote, we can learn to look to ourselves instead of others. That's what I wrote right after getting that. I thought, well, I'll come back to that later, but it's pressing on me, so I've got to do this video. That within each of us are many, many, many clues as to who we are and where we need to be going. What are your best abilities? What do you like doing? What do you like doing? It doesn't have to be, and try and separate this from money if you can. Well, I want to be famous because I can make a lot of money. Being famous has a lot of responsibilities and usually eats up people. How many famous people survive being famous? Not that many. So try and pick something not associated with fame or money. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I want to be famous. I want to be on television. I just want to be the best I can be. And I'm still working on it. But I didn't look outside to other people for comfort, understanding, direction, idolization. No one mesmerized me. No one got my attention that much. I still like certain actors, but I never emulated one. I don't have any style you can see in my talking that shows that I have ever emulated anybody. I believe I'm unique in the things that I say and do, just like you are. I remember being in school and someone would have a catchphrase. They'd have a new catchphrase. Then pretty soon everybody's saying that catchphrase. Well, that's cool, man. Yeah, that's cool, man. You're doing your own thing. That went around, and I never said any of those things. I thought that's just dumb. You're just repeating something somebody else said without really understanding what it is they said, because it's cool to say it. Build your own little house, your own little place of comfort from which you can operate based on the skills and the desires that you have within yourself. Even if they're unrealistic ideas, I'd rather pursue that than something I'm really not interested in doing. Oh, God, I've got to tell that story. Okay, I was dating a girl in college, and she came from a father that had a lot of money and basically told me that she would need a lot of money for me to have her, to marry her. And so he went out and got me a job as owning a pipe company that sold pipe, water pipe, gas pipe. And we're standing in the pipe yard, and I want to introduce you to so and so and so and so. Well, he's looking for someone to take over his business, and he doesn't have anybody to leave it to, and you can be rich. You can have this company, and he'll finance it for you and everything, because I told him you're a good guy and you're going to marry my daughter. And I looked at him and I said, I'm a musician. I don't know anything about pipe and don't care to know anything about pipe. All that excitement left his face. He was a sad camper. And shortly after that, we broke up because she went home. He went home as quickly as he could, told her he's not going to do the pipe deal. So you're going to end up living off of what he makes, which isn't very much. I always was thankful that that moment showed itself for what it was. He could tell me the truth, but apparently she couldn't tell me the truth. The truth's very big with me. So I went along my little musician way, and I guess she married some guy with money. But I walked away very quickly feeling lucky to have gotten out of that alive. Follow your own instincts. Don't sell pipe unless you really love pipe. I mean, if you're in the pipe business and you're a plumber and you deal with pipe, you like pipe. You might as well ask me to do anything completely crazy. I had no clue as to what it'll become a professional ice skater. That much sense. But he was telling me the truth. And I said, I'm not interested. I'm in college. I've got a job. I'm working my way through college. And I'll be a musician because my brain is kind of off to one side. It turns out more off than I thought, and I ended up being a medium. So follow your own counsel. Don't follow somebody else's advice. Here you can be rich if you give up who you are and everything you know and whatever it is you want to be, you can be rich. Don't do that. Then you're living some other person's life. Unless you came to that decision yourself. It's like I'm saying, don't do drugs. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching.